So, good evening, friends. I would like to thank AIOS and OSWB for this opportunity. And we are really going through difficult times. For your information, Trivandrum has been under triple lockdown since this Monday. This is a picture I wanted to share with you. One of my staff, he took it. This is a husband who just left for shopping in the morning, got some coconuts, and he could never reach home in time. So I really wonder whether his wife had enough coconut to use in the sambar or the payasam or whatever item. But whatever it is, in our OPD also, the situation is more or less the same. And I have a video actually, and I have a video, and I will skip certain parts because I need to keep confined to the time. So we believe in letting the security person use a face mask and an eye shield, as you see here, because he is the man who is manning the gate. Any visitor, any patient that comes in is directed to the wash station. This is basically an old surgical stainless steel scrub station where two people can scrub. So we prefer to have the patients attending to the OP on his own until unless he has to bring an attendant, when both attendant as well as the patient has to scrub his hand thoroughly. And after that, then the patient has to use a hand rub. So we have a standalone foot pedal operated hand rub dispenser, so which reduces the manpower requirement at the front end. You don't have to have people running around with the bottles to throw the hand rub into the patient's hand. So once that is done, then the patient and the attendant reports to the triage area. We call it the COVID station or the triage area, where we have all the documents. We have customized the documents basically from all sources, depending mainly on the AIS document, where they note down the patient's contact details, his phone number. We also try to ensure that they have downloaded the Arogya Setu app in their phone. It is not really working out that well, but still we insist on that. Now this is the patient. So any patient, for him to gain access within the premises of the hospital, he has to change into a surgical mask, and then we use a micropore to seal off the upper edge of the surgical mask. So this is a must, and we give it free of cost to the patient, and the patient does all the formalities. The lady who mans the front at the COVID area, the triage area, is very well protected with a disposable gown, with a face shield, with a mask and all that. And subsequently, after all the details have been taken, the patient is laid inside by the same lady, and then all the information is passed on at the reception, where things are entered seamlessly by the receptionist. And so the case sheet is ready. So now it is the payment time. So we encourage the patients not to pay through cash. They use a credit card as much as possible, because the POS machine, it can be sanitized with isopropyl alcohol, or it can be even kept in the UVC chamber. So there are some patients who do not would not like to pay through credit card, so they use cash. So for them also, we are very careful about the cash collection. Once the cash is collected, you see here, we use a forceps to collect the cash, and then at every 1 hour, the cash is inserted. Cash is kept inside that UVC. This is a customized one. This happened during the first lockdown, when the courier service and none of these online traders for industry was working. Then subsequently, we also got one UV chamber, which has 13 compartments within it. And then the doctor comes. Here is Dr. Meena coming. So they are all dressed with, with the disposable the PPE. They wear a disposable gloves. We tried that with nitrile gloves, with disposable gloves, but this is a reusable one, because we found out this is the best one. We use a reusable glove for a day. They need to send for autoclaving, and it can be used 5 or 6 times. So again, before every patient is seen, the hand is sanitized. The patient is made to sit on the slit lamp. If you see the slit lamp carefully, there is a breath shield. We have customized it. It's a huge one. There are certain apertures for the doctor ophthalmologist to perform 90 diopter examination or a gonioscopy or whatever examination has to be done. We always maintain a social distance of minimum of 1 meter between the patient and the doctor and any staff. All the staff members maintain that. So as you see here, nothing is written in the case sheet. The nurse, she sanitizes the surface all the surfaces that are involved. And then if the patient has to be dilated, the dilatation is performed at this area itself. So this was the original reception area for the registration area for the patient. So a routine OP patient does not enter into the main area. So that has been cordoned off, and that is only when we require a patient to undergo a procedure, either glaucoma, retina, or whatever procedure, or when the patient has to go for a surgery. Otherwise, they don't get inside the chamber. Indirect ophthalmoscopy is also performed using a particular customized face shield, and so that makes it pretty safe for the surgeon. We follow the same this thing at the pharmacy. The pharmacist is very well protected. We again maintain a distance, and we always encourage a credit card transfer for the financial transactions. Same protocol is followed in the optical shop. And then the counseling has been basically through the cell phone. We ask the patient to wait and the attendant to wait outside. And then the counseling station, basically, which used to be a beehive of activity once upon a time, today has hardly any patient until unless patient is undergoing surgery and it requires very intense counseling. And this is done. So during the first lockdown, we had a real shortage of the masks and N95 as well as the surgeon's masks. They're extremely expensive. There are a lot of spurious ones available. So we searched the net and found out and made a presentation about 45 minutes duration presentation, everything about the mask. So you can go through it later on. Some of the masks, the masks have to be very tight fitting. So we have improvised by using an elastic band. So this reduces the pressure on the earlobes, and which enables us to use the same mask for 8 or 9 hours for the duration the OP lasts. There are also certain other improvised bands, they really do not work well. Same thing about the hand sanitizer, which was pretty expensive when we started off. So ISRO customized it, gave a plan, and we customized it, wherein we use isopropyl alcohol 400 ml, 70%. So this is mixed with 100 gram of aloe vera, which is routinely available, 4 capsules of vitamin E. Initially, we were using glycerol 10 ml. We don't use it because it makes it very sticky. So using that, we make a seed solution of 400 ml. And then on a daily basis, we take 100 ml of the seed solution and add 400 ml of isopropyl alcohol. And that is used on a daily basis. So this has really reduced our consumption. As regards the dispenser for the hand rub, this is an improvised one. We have 6 or 7 of them at multiple places. So this is our electrician. He is the man Friday, so he is very innovative. He makes this kind of things for us. So it has really made it very easy for us. Sodium hypochlorite, which is the ordinary bleach, 5% that is available. So there is a dilution formula. We dilute it 1:10. So if you want to make 5% solution to 0.5%, you dilute it. Take 1 ml of the bleach and 10 ml of the the tap water and dilute it and use it for your purpose. Any patients that comes inside for a procedure always have a Povidone iodine gargle. It is a mint flavored gargle, 2% white weight by volume. So that is mixed with water, and patient has to have a gargle. And we also have got the UVC, the ultraviolet C chambers, initially improvised and subsequently purchased. And these are really very useful, very protective. At present, we're planning to use the air handling unit and the HVAC system to have UV protection at the mixer. That is, we are in the process of negotiating to make the environment absolutely safe. And this is some of the things that we have of this thing. So basically, we need to have a standard operating procedure, a protocol to be followed. And at times, some patients may become disgruntled. They cannot come in, so they start complaining. But anyway, we have to adhere to the protocol, and we have to have a great deal of self-discipline. So I'd like to conclude my talk by paying respects to the corona martyrs, people who have laid down their lives and still fighting to protect us from the coronavirus menace. Thank you so much.